The complete works of the Kingstown Players, abridged, produced by Skura Sakra, I hope I got that right, Productions, was created to honor the 10-season legacy of the former Kingstown Players. This original production is more than just a retrospective. It's a celebration of the creativity, risk-taking, humor, and community spirit that defined that company. Joining me is original cast member Clayton Garrett. Welcome, Clayton.
Hi.
So, abridged. I presume with a 10-year legacy of production that the Kingstown Players, if you tried to do it all, it'd be roughly the length of Ben-Hur times 10, right?
Yeah.
So how did you abridge it? What's abridged? What are you doing?
Well, we patterned it off of the first production that Kingstown Players did in their first season was the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged. So we sort of used that as a kind of a template to take all 44 shows that Kingstown Players had produced over the 10 years and then put them into one, zany production in one night. And it's when we say abridged, they aren't in their entirety. They're chopped up into little pieces in fun ways.
So what is the running time?
It's with the intermission. It's about 2.5 hours.
Okay, that's a pretty good abridgment.
Yeah.
For 10 years of production. Just tell me a little bit more. Who were the Kingstown Players?
Kingstown Players, my wife and I were founding members along with some other folks back in 2010. And Kingstown Players tried to do some, more collective, creative kind of work together. We had a space that we ran out of, like a rehearsal hall, and so we didn't have our own theater space, but we rented various different venues from around Kingston.
Okay, what kind of, give me an idea of what were some of the plays that you put on? What was your most memorable moment?
A lot of very different stuff. We tried to make sure we did like an original Canadian production in every one of our seasons. We like to do a Christmas show, so we did like Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe and Christmas Story and a few different productions like that. We did some Ibsen, we did some Shakespeare. Like we tried a lot of different styles, different types of theater. I think actually one of my more favorite productions was kind of a collaborative production. One season we had all of the directors from previous shows do a one act of a play of course acting. So that's theater that doesn't quite go right. The sets fall down and people, blow lines and all kinds of zany stuff happen. And we set it up, that production, like it was a festival show kind of thing. And it was fun because it sort of, being the last show of the season, it kind of pulled all the other shows together, and everybody who was participating in that season got to have kind of a good time on that.
So rather than the greatest hits, it was worst hits.
Yeah. It was fun because, it's very similar to the show that we're doing right now. It's kind of a send up of theater, Theater it's great. We all love theater, but sometimes it's fun to just kind of have a few laughs, and just kind of laugh about some of the stuff that goes wrong, and because we've all been there, we've all panicked when things don't go right. And that's, again, sort of the setup that we have with complete works of Kingstown Players abridged. Is it starts right off at the top, like, oh, okay, this is going wrong, and so the show kind of moves along with this idea of like, okay, well, how do we put this back? How do we fix this kind of thing? And it's pretty fun.
I notice on your shirt, here lies the Kingstown Players, hapless victims of plague. Yet another victim of COVID, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, in 2020, just Kingstown Players had sort of been going along, being able to, as long as they were able to make, keep continually doing shows, it was going along pretty good, but when it had to pause for the pandemic, it was just financially just too much for it to kind of handle, and so the board members at the time had to shut it down, and sadly, and of course, and at that time there was really not much fanfare for the company kind of going its way into the night, and so my wife and I and a few other friends, we were sort of talking about, how kind of disappointing and sad that was. So that's what sort of sparked our interest in doing this, is to sort of give the old girl a send off, and kind of just get together and kind of celebrate, the good times that we all had, and it's great because we're getting lots of people, with positive feedback and memories and all those. It's been good.
Sounds like it should be a lot of fun for the audiences to sit and watch this going on, and the passion and everything that you guys show. So just a little bit, when is the show being put on and where?
We open on Wednesday, the 24th of September, and we go through till the 27th, Saturday the 27th of September. There will be a matinee at 1:30 as well on Saturday. And
you're at the Baby Grand?
Yeah, at the Baby Grand Theatre, yeah.
Well, sounds like it's probably going to be a lot of fun for you guys and for the audience. So thanks for coming to tell us about it.
Well, thank you very much for having us.